most of the fans of the basketball player are fans of the sport of basketball. But yeah, if you guys thought that people weren't going to care, 1.7 million views.
Have you watched Caitlin Clark's latest training video released by the Indiana Fever? It's gone viral, racking up nearly 2 million views in just 24 hours. The internet is ablaze, and as if perfectly timed, Angel Reese's PR team conveniently leaks her own training video right after. The result? Let's just say Clark's is pure brilliance, while Reese's feels more like an awkward attempt at keeping up. If you've ever doubted that jealousy exists, here's your proof. Clark can barely lace up her sneakers without setting the internet on fire, but this particular video has everyone buzzing, and for good reason. It's not just a training video, it's a strategic showcase of Clark's commitment to refining her craft. The video highlights 3 specific areas she's honing, each aimed at elevating her already jaw-dropping game. First, there's her work on ball handling in tight spaces. Clark is already a magician with the basketball, but last season she led the league in turnovers. Most of this was due to her innovative, often unpredictable passes that teammates weren't always ready. Add in the fact that she's constantly facing double and triple teams, and the pressure is relentless. By zeroing in on control under heavy ball pressure, she's tackling this head-on, ensuring fewer turnovers and sharper execution moving forward. Next comes her mid-range game. Everyone knows about her deep three-point bombs and her dominance at the rim, where she shot an incredible 62% from within 5 feet last season. But if there's been a noticeable gap in her offensive arsenal, it's the mid-range. Opponents have caught on and are forcing her into these tougher shots. Clark's response? She's adding an arsenal of floaters and pull-up jumpers, making herself nearly impossible to guard from any range. It's not just an improvement, it's a game changer.
If you guys saw this workout has gotten a lot of people excited for Caitlin Clark because she is like directly working on her weaknesses, which I think is a good look, honestly. I think that's a really, really good look for her because, again, we're seeing somebody working on their weaknesses and not the glamorous weaknesses.
Finally, the video focuses on her ability to finish through contact. Clark has never shied away from driving to the basket, but the WNBA is a physical league, and she's up against defenders who don't hold back. By simulating game-like conditions and building her strength, she's preparing for the constant physicality she'll face. The results are evident. Just look at the transformation in her conditioning. She's tougher, stronger, and more resilient, ready to take the hits and keep scoring.
Back in her natural habitat, back in the lab, playing basketball, and it's got to be a scary sight for the rest of the WNBA if she gets even better, because it's not as if she wasn't absolutely phenomenally elite as a rookie and arguably the best player in the league after the Olympic break.
What sets Clark apart isn't just her work ethic, it's her approach to growth. She's not content with maintaining her game. She's addressing every area of potential weakness, taking her game to the next level. This isn't just a workout. It's a statement of intent, and it's sending a clear message to her opponents. Imagine facing a Caitlin Clark who can seamlessly navigate double teams, hit mid-range shots with consistency, and power through contact to finish plays. It's not just evolution, it's dominance in the making. For her competition, next season just got a whole lot scarier. Teams get even better when you have a player with a well-rounded skill set, a mid-range game that complements deadly three-point shooting and the ability to finish consistently through contact. Add this to Caitlin Clark's seemingly infinite shooting range and her uncanny court vision, which enables her to deliver pinpoint quarterback-like passes. It's like giving Superman immunity to kryptonite while already having heat vision. Super speed, flight, and super strength. Clark's already playing at an elite level. As a rookie, she shattered records for assists in both a single season and a single game, led the league in three-pointers, and was among the leaders in scoring. But here's the thing. She's not just satisfied with being great. She's chasing greatness on a whole new level. Her off-season training isn't just preparation. It's a bold declaration. She's aiming for unstoppable, and if her current trajectory is anything to go by, an MVP season is not just possible, it's inevitable.
So you're starting from a very high place, but as Michael Jordan once famously said, right, the ceiling is the roof. and there really is no ceiling on Caitlin Clark's game because of her vision. I think the thing that stands out the most to me is her court vision. And when you're able to shoot from deep the way she's able to shoot from...
This isn't about incremental improvement. This is about total domination. While Clark is laser focused on evolving her game, someone else couldn't resist jumping into the spotlight. And let's just say the contrast couldn't be more glaring. Enter Angel Reese and her PR team, who seemingly went into full-blown panic mode the moment Clark's training video went viral. Faced with Clark's meteoric rise in both skill and popularity, Reese's camp scrambled to release their own workout video, hoping to capitalize on the buzz. But instead of leveling up, this move feels more like a desperate attempt to stay relevant. Reese's video showcases her working on ball handling and putting up shots, which sounds good on paper. But watching it feels like experiencing a cover band attempting to replicate a chart-topping hit. The elements are there, but the heart and authenticity are missing. And the numbers don't lie. While Clark's video hit a staggering 2 million views within 24 hours, Reese's has barely scraped together 200,000 in half that time.
There is really nothing you can do as a defense but hope the ball doesn't go in the basket. That's the level of greatness that Caitlin Clark can get to, where the defense's only hope is that she misses.
At this pace, it might struggle to reach even 500,000 views in a day, a fraction of Clark's viral success. But here's where it gets even more baffling. Where is Reese's team, the Chicago Sky, in all this? You'd expect them to be front and center, hyping up their star players' off-season grind. Instead, there's silence from the franchise, leaving Reese's PR team to cobble together a video that feels rushed and uninspired. Fans and analysts alike can't help but wonder, why isn't the Sky stepping in to support their player and craft a narrative of improvement and growth? The absence is deafening. What's truly glaring, though, is the content of Reese's workout.
The lack of, proof that she's been in the gym working on her craft, trying to hone her skills after what can only be described as one of the worst shooting seasons anybody's ever seen in the history of basketball.
This is the same Angel Reese who shot an abysmal 44.5% on attempts from less than 5 feet and 39.1% overall from the field last season, one of the worst percentages in league history for someone taking that many close-range shots. You'd think her off-season focus would revolve around fixing those glaring issues. Yet, the video offers no evidence of her addressing these weaknesses. Instead, it's a flashy highlight reel seemingly more concerned with aesthetics than substance. It's all style, no substance. A far cry from the meticulous, targeted approach Clark is taking to her game. While Clark is out here reshaping her game and setting herself up to terrorize opponents, Reese seems more preoccupied with appearances. It's as if her priorities lean more toward making a splash on social media than making an impact on the court. And it's not just the fans noticing, the league is taking note too.
She was literally the most inefficient player within 5 foot in all of the WNBA. Any which way you put it, she shot bad from the field. All right, she's 6'3" and she plays under the basket, and she shot 39.1% from the field.
Meanwhile, Clark's evolution speaks for itself. She's not just training, she's crafting a blueprint for sustained dominance. With each area of her game refined, she's becoming the kind of player who forces everyone else to raise their standards just to keep up. If this offseason is any indication, Clark isn't just preparing to play next season. She's preparing to own it.
Trying to figure out why she's putting so much time in developing an outside shot when she works under the basket, primarily. You get a rebound, or you're going to try to run out there all of a sudden and shoot a three, even though you got perimeter players that are standing around waiting for you to pass them the ball so they can shoot wide open shots. It could potentially be a horrible season for the Chicago Sky.
Reese, on the other hand, seems stuck in a cycle of reaction instead of action, more concerned with the optics of keeping up than the reality of catching up. The gap between these two players isn't just in the numbers or the views, it's in the approach, the mindset, and the execution. As the next season looms, the narrative is already shaping up. One player is chasing legacy, while the other seems content chasing attention.
What did they used to say on SportsCenter? Can't stop them, you can only hope to contain them. That's basically where you already were with Caitlin Clark, but she seems to be working to make sure she really can't even be contained by anyone.
Red carpet, dropping hot takes on podcasts and ranting about her salary. Now there's nothing wrong with building your brand, but when your on-court performance is practically begging for attention, maybe it's time to reassess those priorities. It's one thing to build a name for yourself, but when that name starts becoming bigger than your game, we've got to start questioning whether that's the right focus. Now, speaking of appearances, let's break down what we're actually seeing in these workout videos, because trust me, details don't lie. And the details in these videos are telling a story that Angel Reese might not want us to hear.
A lot of the videos we see with Caitlin Clark, she's got actual men, grown men out there in her face trying to keep her from making shots and this and that and the other. There's not a lot of hands in Angel Reese's face here, and I am confused by the fact that she's trying to become this long-range player, it looks like. This is she plays under the basket, or we thought she was playing under the basket.
If you've made it this far and you're enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we truly appreciate you for that. Now, let's get back to the action. You ever see those Instagram versus reality posts that always make you do a double take? Well, let me tell you, the workout videos of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are giving off some serious expectation versus reality vibes. But here's the thing. One of these athletes is about to get a wake-up call, and it's not who you might expect. Let's break it down and really look at what these videos are showing us. On one side, we've got Caitlin Clark, laser-focused on specific aspects of her game. She's working on her dribbling, navigating through confined spaces, tightening up her mid-range game, and finishing through contact. Clark's not just working out, she's addressing her weaknesses head-on. Now, flip the script to Angel Reese's video. Sure, she's out there dribbling and shooting, but something's off. There's an energy to it that just doesn't sit right. You know what's wild? Reese is practicing three-pointers when her inside game is crying out for attention. Let me get this straight. Does she want to be the next Steph Curry? Why not focus on what you're actually good at? Instead of trying so hard to one-up Clark, why not hone in on your own game? You're a big, and you've got a serious advantage in the paint. Focus on finishing at the rim, where you have the chance to dominate. But wait, there's more. Where's Tyler Marsh, Reese's actual coach? When we watch Caitlin Clark's video, we see her working with Stephanie White, guiding her through drills, helping her refine her skills. But in Reese's video, Marsh is nowhere to be found. Instead, she's working with trainers. There's nothing wrong with getting extra help, but shouldn't your team's head coach be part of your off-season plan? Shouldn't your coach be the one making sure you're improving the right way, setting you up to take that next step? What do these differences tell us about their mindsets? Caitlin Clark's video screams dedication and strategic improvement. She's not just maintaining her game, she's evolving it. She's making sure that when the season starts, she's ready to dominate in every way possible. On the other hand, Reese's video feels more like a hasty response to Clark's viral moment. It's almost as if she's more concerned with staying relevant on social media than addressing her actual on-court struggles.
Imagine if your first-round draft pick had the season she had, the controversy she had, got injured in a questionable injury, asked out, and then started a podcast gossiping about everything in the league as a rookie. Please.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Caitlin's head down, just
ready to go.
You don't hear a peep from her. She cares about on the. So you got me wound up, Reek.
And here's the reality of it. One of these players is preparing for dominance, while the other seems more focused on likes and views. Caitlin Clark is putting in the work to potentially have an MVP caliber season, while Angel Reese is at risk of falling behind if she doesn't start focusing on the right areas of her game. The difference is clear. You know what's really telling though? The fan reactions to these videos. Caitlin Clark's supporters are fired up, excited for what's to come, eagerly anticipating a breakout season. Meanwhile, Reese's fans are caught somewhere between confusion and frustration, wondering why she's not addressing her real weaknesses. Don't just take my word for it. Fans have plenty to say, and trust me, they're not holding back. Remember when your mom used to say, "It's not what you say, but how you say it"? Well, in the world of WNBA fandom, it's not just about what these players are doing in their workouts, but how fans are reacting to them. And let me tell you, the court of public opinion is in session, and the verdict? It's a doozy. Let's dive into the fan reactions because, believe me, they're telling a story all their own. Caitlin Clark's supporters are over the moon, rallying behind her with full support. But Reese's followers? They're scratching their heads, wondering why she's not addressing her real weaknesses, the things that could truly take her game to the next level. So when we look at these workout videos, we're not just seeing training footage. We're seeing the future of two players, and right now, only one of them seems to be truly focused on getting better. It's not just about what you're doing in the gym. It's about how you're using every opportunity to push yourself, to evolve, and to make sure that when it's time to step on that court, you're not just ready, you're a force. One player seems poised for greatness, and the other, well, that's still up in the air. And trust me, the stakes are high. The fans are watching, the analysts are watching, and the players themselves are watching. Only time will tell who truly used the offseason to prepare for dominance and who might have wasted the opportunity. Frustration. So why the stark difference? It all boils down to substance versus style. Caitlin Clark's video showcases her grinding away at her specific weaknesses, and fans are eating it up. They're seeing a player who's not resting on her laurels, but actively working to improve. One fan summed it up perfectly. The league isn't ready for Caitlin's revenge tour, especially against the Washington Mystics. That's the kind of excitement you can't fake. Clark is putting in the work to be not just a contender, but someone who might take over the league this season. Now, flip the script to Reese's video, and it's a whole different ballgame. Chicago Sky fans aren't just disappointed. They're roasting Reese like a Thanksgiving turkey. One fan hit the nail on the head asking, "How come it's Angel Reese's PR team releasing this and not the Chicago Sky?" Ouch. That's the kind of question that makes you stop and think about team dynamics and player commitment. Are we seeing a player who's truly dedicated to her craft, or someone more focused on maintaining an image? But wait, it gets even better. Another Sky fan pointed out the elephant in the room. She needs to work on her inside game, but she's practicing shooting three-pointers when that isn't her role. One enthusiastic fan even said she should be doing the mic and drill all day, every day. Talk about missing the mark. It makes you wonder if she's trying to emulate Clark. Some fans think that's exactly what she's doing. Comments like, "Is this an attempt to be more like Caitlin Clark?" have been popping up, and you can't ignore the irony. Remember when Reese told Shaq that people love watching Caitlin Clark because she shoots logo threes? Well, now it looks like she might be trying to get in on that action herself. But here's the problem. Fans can spot the difference between hype and hard work from a mile away. They're not just looking for flashy moves or a big social media presence. They want to see real, tangible improvement. Right now, Clark's video is screaming, "Future MVP," while Reese's is whispering, "Please don't forget about me." I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. What does this tell us about fan expectations? It's crystal clear. Fans want substance, dedication, and a laser focus on improvement. They're not here for social media games or PR stunts. They want to see their favorite players putting in the work to become the best versions of themselves on the court. The contrast couldn't be clearer. Caitlin Clark's laser-focused approach is setting her up for long-term success in the WNBA. She's not just maintaining her game, she's evolving it. She's addressing weaknesses head-on, constantly refining her skills. Meanwhile, Angel Reese seems more concerned with keeping up appearances than improving her on-court performance. You know what's wild? The stats don't lie. Reese's 44.5%. Shooting from less than 5 feet is a glaring weakness she's not addressing. Instead of focusing on improving her inside game, she's out here trying to one-up Clark with long-range shots. It's like trying to be Dennis Rodman but wanting to shoot like Steph Curry. It just doesn't add up. With Clark positioning herself for long-term success, Reese might be setting herself up for something else entirely, a plateau rather than a breakthrough. One thing's for sure, the 2025 season just got a whole lot more interesting. Grab your popcorn, folks, because this showdown is just getting started. The ball's in your court now. Who would you bet on for a longer, more impactful WNBA career? Let us know in the comments. And if you liked the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we'll see you in the next one.